Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Farm, thinking right out here in my lab. And I'm in the book. And I'm back on my obsession with the pineal gland. I got 2 pages of information I got to go over for you. You really need to pay attention to this and get the understanding, please. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. I put messages in my life for you every day. Okay, excuse me. There's a message in my story for life. I tune in. You tune into receiving them. I'm appreciative of that. So let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka third eye opening. Sorry about that. Again, know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? Put that pineal gland in, you will. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in, I got you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, for myself, and to my yacht retreat. There's 2 pages of pineal gland information. I'm going to break it down for you again. For some reason, it ain't really hitting home for you. Like, y'all, why? I can tell by the views. So I know everybody ain't getting this message. So nice. I'm going to do it twice. But I'm going to put a little different spin on it this time. Trust me. Got a whole different perspective about this thing now. Pineal gland. First of all, I left you with the third eye opening. Activate the third eye. A quick breakdown of meditation procedure. Right quick. Ensuring yourself a comfortable position. Essential, as meditation often involves long periods of sitting. And in the beginning, you find a comfortable position, upright, sitting down, and you learn to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. That's proper breathing rhythm. And when you close these eyes, the third eye opens up. It activates your pineal gland. That's how you use it. And you close your eyes and you focus all your attention on the center of your brain, aka the right here, the pineal area, just between the eyebrows. And you practice this for 10 to 30 minutes, depending on daily. And the better you get, the longer you practice, and the deeper and the stronger the connection you can establish with what? Your higher self. I live God conscious. That's what I call a meditative state of mind. I keep all my mind functions on doing the right thing. What God's watching, so I want to appease Him with my actions. But when you're in a meditative state, you're just listening to Him. You're connecting with Him. The sun, again, is corresponding to your pineal gland. Well, okay, watch this. That thing, when I get to the next page, it's in darkness. It emanates light. That's the spark. Watch this. Out of darkness comes the light. Let there be what? Light. That's the pineal gland. Pay attention. Which is why there is an ancient practice we call sun gazing. Not sun tanning, not sunbathing. Sun gazing, meaning looking into the sun. Close your eyes and let the rays beam down, and you just soak in the sun rays. Okay? The sun is the primary source of energy for our brains. When you can look directly into the sun, you're not open, you're closing your eyes, you're looking to the sun with your third eye. Ding, 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 ding. See, symbolically. And this energy enters in our bodies through the eyes. Hello. Sun gazing is a method to receive what we call the essential energy. And when you engage in sun gazing for extended periods, you will feel a sensation in the center of your brain, which intensifies the longer you do it, and the sun rays can assist in what we call decalcifying and activating your pineal gland. For beginners, it's recommended to start sun gazing when the sun's rays are weak, meaning either early in the morning or in early evening when it's going down or when it's coming up. Not at high noon when it's at its full tilt. No. Sorry. Wrapping it up. Such as during sunset or sunrise. Yeah, I understand that. I know that. But as you gain your experience, your inner experience, your connection with your higher self, you can safely practice sun gazing at any time once you get comfortable with it. Now, let's talk pineal gland. Let's talk this thing that they call the throne of God, okay, the seat of intellect. The pineal gland. The pineal gland is a cone-shaped body that measures 6 millimeters in height and 4 millimeters in diameter. This is what it looks like right here. And this is, I guess, blowing up, but this is what it looks like, okay? But it's back tucked away under here between the two hemispheres of your brain. The Ark of Covenant is another way of saying the pineal gland is covered by the two cherubims like that, okay? And I asked a bunch of Christians, love you all, what's in the Ark of Covenant? Nobody said pineal gland. Moving on. All right, let's go. But the mind inhabits the pineal gland. Jesus said it again. The mind inhabits the pineal gland. God is the mind. Mind is God. It is the organ through which the electrical force of the body flows. That spark in the dark. That's God. And that's the pineal gland in between the two hemispheres of your brain. It is where the universal essence, your soul, and your consciousness, heart, mind coherence, they are deposited. The pineal gland is the light of the body. We say the noon in Egyptian philosophy. We was in what? The dark. Apophis represents the dark. That spark, that light that y'all hear, the famous word is what? Let there be light. Let there be God. That we get to understand the pineal gland. Watch this. The pineal gland is the light of the body, giving life to the whole temple. Every year, this temple is the physical body. How about that? But every year, the Egyptians would build, they would build their temples so that every year on June 21st, summer solstice, the sun would shine through the temple and light it up. Again, in December 21st, it does the same thing. That's balance, knowing how operations go. This thing goes like that. That figure 8, that's reciprocity. Okay, that's infinity. That means it's on autopilot now. Okay, this is just going around and around and around. No, this is reciprocity. Moving on. But the pineal gland is signified by what? It is considered the male spiritual organ. What's this? The pineal gland opens when the two eyes close. Right now, I'm about to open my pineal gland. Right now, it's open. Why? Because these eyes ain't seeing. I still got an eye inside my head that sees clearly. I can envision anything I want with my closed eyes. Now I'm back to what? Pineal shut down. These eyes take over. But when your eyes close for periods of more, what's this? Of time, such as in meditation or sleep. Meditation, you purposely shutting it down so you can communicate with God. At sleep, you shut it down and let the subconscious do what it does. That we call the dream state. But these are all being done through the pineal gland and it's considered to be male. Pay attention. Now, the more spiritual knowledge that you acquire and you practice, not ritual, but you actually live the manifestation manifesting the knowledge that you're learning by practicing, not just through ritual, but through daily living. And the more active your pineal gland becomes through your constant what? Right thinking and performing. Your pineal gland is covered microcrystals. These crystals have that ability to what? To receive and what? Emit frequency. Remember God, energy, frequency, and vibration. Pineal gland is equipped to do just that. Watch this. And watch this. It enables them to interact with their spiritual and electric aspects of the body. That's the nervous system, the cardiovascular system. Tree of good and evil, tree of life. These are all things that's going on inside your body, but the pineal gland controls all that. In the Vatican, they got a big pine cone sitting up in the middle of the Vatican. What that symbolizes? They don't say it, but pineal gland. This is it in your head. This is a microscopic blowing up so you show you what it looks like. But it hides up in there. And they gave you all kind of symbolism. And y'all really missed the boat on all of them. Y'all didn't figure that thing out yet. Jesus Christ. Okay, y'all still worried about the serpent in the garden. That's your vital column. Excuse me. Pineal gland is where God is the throne of God for a reason. And they're trying to tell you over and over again, watch this. The pineal gland and its properties. Listen to what this thing is. Again, the pineal gland contain what they call pineoluminescent cells, which are crystalline and jagged shape. That's the picture of it right here, blown up. The Egyptians didn't have this luxury to take the picture and blow it up, magnify it a few million times where we can actually see it. This is what they know. And they ain't missed a beat. Watch this. The pineal gland, the retina of your two eyes are also contain these same pineoluminescent cells. So it's actually an eye in contrast to what the eye is. Stay with me. Now you have the pineal gland has the cells because it takes in light. It absorbs light. Watch this. Takes in light and is able to reflect and refract and emit light from its own. That's a bad thing. See where I'm going with this? In your pineal gland emits light. Let there be, pineal gland. That's what it means. That's what it means, Christians. That's what that means. That pineal gland open. And which is why we all associate it with what? Enlightenment. The light symbolizes the activation of your higher consciousness and your illumination of the mind and the spirit. Heart, mind, coherent. That's the spark, that's the spirit and the consciousness working as one entity. That's God. That's what I've been trying to teach you to get to for the last 10 years. I've been doing this. Hell, they've been doing it for thousands of years. Y'all didn't get it. So a whole bunch of y'all didn't get it right now. I understand that concept now. I wonder why that's yet. Pay attention. Pay attention. Please pay attention. The Vatican. Here we go. This is a good lesson. I'm going to wrap it up with this. The Vatican suppressed information about the pineal gland mystical powers. Why? First question. The Catholic Church, there you go, y'all Roman Catholics, y'all the ones who had got in control. Remember, they wasn't the smartest group of people. They were the best fighting group of people at one time. Rome was the fight to somebody. Okay, so they took over because they had the might, not the knowledge. So what they did, that little knowledge that they were still getting, they really misinterpreted, or maybe on purpose. Watch this. When they controlled Europe and they systematically destroyed or stole ancient texts, Alexandrian Library, and the libraries, and that contained true knowledge about our true powers, the pineal gland, breaking it down, simplifying it for you. Why? By doing so, by doing this, what happened? Now they themselves concealed all that information so that could have led humanity to a deeper understanding, waking us up as masses. They don't want that. What they do, but instead, it's their spiritual and mystical potential. They don't want us to know who we are. My mission is to get you to know who you are. So we're mortal enemies. They don't like me. They call me radical just for telling you the truth and trying to get you to know who you are. That makes me radical. Okay, to them, why? They don't want that for you. So I'm the bad guy. Moving on. But again, watch this. In their place, instead of giving us the truth, your church, here we go, Christian, I love you, but I got to do it. Your church has created and encoded what they call Holy Bible. Ain't nothing holy about that book. But they want you to believe that, and that's what y'all do. And watch this. It's intentionally designed to what? Encourage the people who follow it to look outside of themselves for God. That's where we part ways with religion. I'm telling you that. I'm explaining to you that. That's what I know about religion. And it says here, rather than awakening the divine presence within each one of us as individuals and the masses, they don't want that. They don't want that. And everybody who helped to do the masses, they got killed. I don't want to have a mainstream philosophy. Why? No. No. Keep my stuff on the low. I can survive that. I get to live the old, okay, and tell all the stories I want. But if I get a movement started and y'all make me somebody, it was y'all fault. Don't do it to me, all right? Keep it on the low. That's what I'm saying. But what they intentionally did was this. They did that to keep us from knowing ourselves. And this spiritual and mental mind manipulation was redirected spiritual focus on what? Keeping all the masses disconnected from their own inner powers and higher consciousness. That upsets me. That's the fact. And we don't see it like that. Now, this is all different concepts of this pine cone thing, the gland. The Indians use it to put the bending stone. The Buddhists use it, the popcorn hairstyle, because this is what the open pine cone look like, and this is what the closed one look like. The one in Vatican City, right there in the city, is open. So they know. Again, the Sumerians. Now, they had the whole deal. You got the bird head, you got the wings, you got the pine cone, you got the bag, you got some knives in this thing. He's strapped. He ready to go to war. He ready to do battle, okay? Spiritually, metaphorically, symbolically. And this is what the Egyptians saw from the brain, the pineal gland. 1, smell, sight, hearing, thought, touch, and taste. These are things that the physical body has to information to the brain, to the pineal gland. That's all information that the physical body sends to the mind. And this is what it looks with like a bird, right? Ra and Haru wear the falcon-headed headdress. Tahuti, which is the mind of Ra, he wears the ibis-headed bird headdress. Why? Bird brain, the highest level of consciousness is the bird level. Why? It's free. It's free. It can fly. There's no limitation. Let me rip this lesson up. Wrap it up again. Everything in the body all leads back to one source point. What that is, which is the center of the brain. What's there? The center of the brain is the pineal gland, which refers to as what? I. The I, in me, you, the I. When we say I, we are referring to that inner being, pineal gland. That's where God dwells. The observer, or the entity that what? Controls the body. The body is controlled by what? The mind. If we say my body, then if it's mine, then it is not me. The body is merely that vehicle that we use in the physical form, having human experience, for our souls or the entity to operate within this physical form in the physical world, or we call time and space. The spirit needs a body The body needs a spirit. Like the man need a woman and the woman need a man to procreate. Physical and spirit come together. That's become human. That's what it is. That's what God represents. And the pineal gland, again, is what they call the seat of consciousness. Also is known as the seat of the soul, or what we know better, the throne of God. That's what the Ark of Covenant carries, the throne of God, aka the pineal gland. But it's not literal. It's all symbolical, and it's all in the head. It is an empty chamber, okay, that holds the universal essence. Feel me with this? Which remains what? Invisible. Amen. Is the hidden, invisible, tangible part that they always know about. Why? It remains invisible to the what? Naked eye. When your boy say he's seeing God face to face, he's saying, my pineal gland opened up and I saw God. Not with these eyes, but with the internal eye. See? And do y'all get the symbolism of that? Don't have a clue. Y'all don't know what the place pineal is. Y'all don't have a clue about what he's saying. And nobody's teaching that. I said, that's in, anybody jump? Let me give it to you. Okay, the pineal gland that he woke up. But that's our what? Our true self. And it resides within the pineal gland. And from the center, we control the physical body. The pineal gland serves as the spiritual focal point. I love that. I love that. Why? This I've been knowing for the last 20 years. I've been knowing this a long time. Okay? But it linking what? Our higher consciousness to our now physical existence. I call it being God conscious. I call it following spiritual discipline, holding myself accountable to do the right thing. And it's guiding your actions. I'm not going to do something intentionally wrong, knowing what, no, ain't going to do it. One time I could care less. Now I'm strict about that. I'm strict on what I'm doing, the right thing. I'm going to do what's right. And it guides your actions and your perceptions of what, while you're in the material world. A lot of us talk a good one. Very few of us walk what we talk. And what they say don't match what they do. Don't trust them. Why? They're liars or hypocrites. Either one ain't good. That's why I'm standing on what I say. I practice what I teach. Simple as that. I don't give a damn who you are. If that's what you like, certain part of my philosophy, because you agree with it, but the ones that you don't, I don't give a damn. Why? Because you're not going to change. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. And ultimately, again, everything in the body revolves around this center where the inner consciousness, higher consciousness, resides and is directing our human experience and the understanding of how to deal in this physical world with knowledge of self. Makes that possible. Daily meditation gets you closer to God. These are 3 pictures of the brain that we can do in modern time. Okay? Side view, top view, top view. They break all this down. Masons, just like a Dugard or Master Mason, I ran that by my brother. That's all that 120 degree split that's in the brain. We know all that now, but our ancients didn't know all of that. But they had already figured out. So obviously they knew too. Okay, they just put it to you different. And this is a good concept right here. I like this one. Spinal column, right? Candle, okay? The wick. This goes up and lights up the chamber up here. That's the concept right there. From what I'm seeing, let me see what they say. All right? I just showed you 3 views of the brain. In Chronicles 2, 3 and 10, it says, for the most holy place, he made a pair of sculptured cherubim and overlaid them with gold. I just told you that's the hemisphere of the brain. I just told you that. I don't know nothing about the Bible. I don't practice none of that. But that's what they just said. Cherubim. Okay? That's them guys. I know who they are. But y'all know what the purpose of it is. It's not literal. Y'all missed the symbolism in it. Y'all made it literal. Made it real. Okay. Everyone walked around the Ark of the Covenant. We used to bring out the boat. Right. We understand the concept. It's all ritual. Understand it. But let's talk about Mark. Oh, Lord. Okay, I got this thing. I got to speed up. You got Mark 16 and 19. After the Lord Jesus had spoken to them, He was taken up into heaven, and he sat at the right hand of God. Y'all said Enoch walked and went to God up in heaven. It's not literal. You can't make that literal. So please stop doing that. Okay? Explain to them it's an allegorical, it's a mythological, philosophical concept that we're trying to teach you to understand. Christ goes up, sits at the right hand of the Father. That means it goes and resides on the right hemisphere of the brain. Cast the net to what? To the right side of the bowl. It's the hemisphere of the brain. They all talk about the brain. The right hand, here we go. The right hand of God is symbolically is the right hemisphere of the brain. Yeah, I do this. Okay, trust me. The right hemisphere is associated with one's creativity, intuition, and insight, which is the qualities for that side of the brain. The left side is more masculine, more machismo, more that. Yeah, but you need both. That's why I do this for you to show you. Yeah, think with both sides of the damn brain. Excuse me. But that's what it means. Not a whole bunch of other stuff that they selling y'all to build with the superstitious stories based on trying to teach a lesson, but y'all really get it wrong. So let me finish this up right quick. And it's connected to the cherubim, which is the higher brain. We ain't got time to do that lesson already. I just showed you the picture with the candle right here. And I got some Masonic information right here too. Right here. This is my stuff here. Right here. This is the backbone. Legs, arms, head. Sound familiar? Look familiar. But it's all symbolical. Sun, moon. Okay? Left, right, male, female. The backbone, spinal column. Y'all call it the serpent. But it all goes what? To here. The eye, the all-seeing. That's where the pineal gland dwells. That's why we use the eye of consciousness. Let's rock. Let me finish it up. Now, the throne of God is in the center of your brain. Let me say it again. The throne of God is in the center of your brain. Notice in the center of your brain? Pineal gland. Third eye. Consciousness is God. Say it again. Consciousness is God. God is spirit and consciousness. And we are all the same spark of consciousness within the center of the brain. Why? Everybody got a pineal gland. This central point is where divine awareness resides. Hello, where's God? In my pineal gland. Where's God? In my heart. What that mean? I got heart mind coherence. I know God coming and going, both sides. And when you connected, it's connecting us to the universal source. Okay, God, our true source. Our soul is rooted in this sacred space, transcending the physical body and aligning us with what they call the greater consciousness that governs all existence. That's God. Okay, whatever attribute you give it, he fulfills all those, and that's what makes him God. Hope you enjoyed the lesson about the importance of the pineal gland and why I'm obsessed with trying to get you to understand the importance of it. That's God. I'm trying to get you there. But any means necessary. Hope I'm getting the job done. Right thinkers in closing. May you all live to be 100, me, 100 mics a day. So I'm none of my right thinkers who now understand, activate that pineal gland before you die. Passed away. Why? You won't get to God any other way. Christ said one thing, I am the only way. And the pineal gland is the only way to God. Trust me on that one. I'll be right back.